Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God hath given unto me to give unto you. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I found Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. And also he told you, I'm going to send Elijah to you before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And that is found in Malachi chapter 4, verse 6. Well, let's get right into it. Of course, you know I had two dreams, but man, the first dream that I remember was I was on a bridge. Any bridge could be in Texas, anywhere could the bridge could be it. And so, man, as I was going on the bridge, man, I was moving fast, man. I was turning curves fast, and if I happened to fall over, I look down at the bottom of the bridge, and now I'll be on the top, that'll be on the bottom, now I keep on zooming around on the bridge. So I had so as one I fall off the bridge, not me, spirit or something falls off the bridge, and so and to fall off the bridge, I have a younger brother. He looks at it, then he looks up at me. So when he looks up at me, then he next thing you know, next thing my younger brother is on top of me and preventing me from get up. And I look around and look at him and say, man, what are you doing? And then he catches himself, then he lets me up. All right. So let me tell you about, let me explain that to you. So my younger brother lived in Texas. That's where he lived. He's been living in Texas for a good little while now, for some years. So this morning, so when I listened to the news this morning, now the people in highway patrol or whatever they call state police or whoever, they're preventing people from Louisiana going into Texas. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I saw that on the news this morning. So that was one of the dreams. Next dream I had, how I was waking up, man. I was woken up with an explosion of colors. That's right. Some man, I have never been waking. I have never been awoken like that before. It was close to the prayer time for get up for prayer time. And all of a sudden I see this explosion of colors everywhere. I mean, like yellow, red, blue, and it just was a big old explosion of colors. That's all I saw. And then I woke up. And then it was close to prayer time. And I was shocked because I've never been woke up like this before. And that's what's it. Not going to keep you long. I hope not to keep you long then. Because there's a reason for everything on the sun. So they have this man I forgot the name of this program, but his name is Dr. Ron Success, Susex. And so he has written a book, and in the book, talking about the Syrians and how the Syrians talk about the Syrians and how they're supposed to be building an embassy for the Assyrians in Jerusalem. But that it ain't talking about he missed their prophecy. But man, that's not what the prophecy says. The prophecy don't say that they're supposed to go to Jerusalem and build a temple. So let's go there right fast. So let me go. So the Syrians, this is what he said. This is what the Syrians supposed to be doing. So man, don't you listen to all these people all the day. And he say, look, uh, this is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 11. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 11. And he said unto him to build it an house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and set there upon their own base. So that's what they're supposed to be. That's what they're supposed to be doing. The Syrians, they're supposed to be going back to. Shinar. So Shinar is like Iraq. That's what it is. Iraq, right up in that area. So that's where they're supposed to be going. That's what they're supposed to be going to do. All those folks supposed to be gathered together and building a temple in Shinar. Man, that's prophecy. So, but he does. I'm just telling you what that's he's doing. All right. Uh, I'll read the whole thing to you before I go, because what I have this morning is not that much. Zechariah chapter 5. Then I turned, lift up my eyes, look, behold, a flying roll, and said unto me, what seest thou? And the answer is a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I'll bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, into the house of them that swear falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of this house, in the midst of his house, and it shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof. Then the angel that talked to me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thy eyes and see what is this that goeth forth. And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephod that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth. And behold, they lift up a talent of lead, and this is the woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod. And he said, this is wickedness. And they cast into the midst of the ephod, and cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. Then lifted I up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork. And they lifted up the ephod between the earth and the heaven. Then I said to the angel, talk to me, and said, well, does these bear the ephod? And he said unto me, to build it an house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and set there upon her base. So that's what they're supposed to be going to do. Yeah, because you have to go, if you read Zephaniah, well, I guess you go a little further. When you go to Zephaniah chapter 8, verse 10, it says, for before these days there was no hire for man, nor hire for beast, neither was there any peace to him that went out and came in because of affliction. For I set all men, everyone against his neighbor. So you have to learn what these things are, man. You can't just take these people's word for it, man. Just go seek it out. Seek it out and find out. The Lord put that on me because before I had went to Israel, I just read it and I didn't know what those things about, but didn't. And so as the Lord God says, He told me about those temples, and there's supposed to be a temple that's built in Shinar. For the Assyrians supposed to go, all that conflict was going on now, they have no work, no hire. That's why these people going from country to country and country. And then when they finally go to Iraq, because the Lord God gonna drive them there. And then when they get there, that's when they're gonna build a temple in Shinar. Man, just give it to you as He give it to me. Just wait and see. Wait and see. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. All right, this is what the Lord God gave me this morning. We read this I have read this to you before. Zephaniah chapter 1. Zephaniah chapter 1. The word of the Lord which came to Zephaniah the son of Cush, the son of Delah, and the son of Amrah, Hezekiah, in the days of Josiah, the son of Ammon, the king of Judah. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, said the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume fowls of the heaven and fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, said the Lord. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah, upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, and the name of Chermerims with the priests, and them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetop, and them that worship and that swear by the Lord and that swear by Malchus, and them that are turned back from the Lord, and those that have not sought the Lord, nor required from him. Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice and hath bid his guests. And it shall come to pass, And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the prince and the king's children, all such are clothed with strange apparel. In the same day also I will punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their master's house with violence and deceit. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish crate, and the howling from the second, and great crashing from the hills. How, all ye inhabitants of Maktash, all the merchants, people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will forgive me. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads, that say in their heart the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. I'm going to stop there for a minute. There's this man in Louisiana, and he's still holding church, and his people then told him, and Christian, you tell a Christian man. And so the Lord God said, obey the law of man as well as the law of God. That's one thing. Then another thing is, what is going to hurt you for let your parishioners stay at home? They're supposed to already have the law of God in their heart. They're supposed to be already serving the law of God. If you go into a building, you worship in that building. You worship the building and the things in that building. Or maybe just that you need the money. And if you don't get the money, you might not be able to pay those bills and things. And then if that's the case, then you got to go to the book of Apocrypha. And the Apocrypha teaches us not to depend on other man's money. Well, I mean, all I can do is give it to you like it has been given unto me. Right? All right, well, I'm just telling you. And it should come to pass, let's see, how ye merchants are maxed out, for all the merchant people are cut down, and they that bear silver are cut off. And it shall come to pass that time will search Jerusalem with candles, and punish the man that are set on their leads, that say in their heart the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Think about it. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses of desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, it hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble, distress, a day of wasteness, and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trump and alarm against the fenced city, against the high towers. I will bring distress upon men. They shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance for all them that dwell in the land. That's the law of God. And so when these people go in these church houses, that's what they say. The law of God, the law of God won't hurt me. The law of God not going to do anything. He's good. He won't do nothing like that bad to me. But that's a lie. That's a lie. He tells you that's right there now. I say, and it shall come to pass that it search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Man, you know that's a lie. A dream I had before I leave. A dream that I had, man. I told you this dream before. I can't remember all the dreams as much as I remember I was saying. And so I was talking to this young man. I can't remember what the conversation was about. And then the next thing you know, I'm standing up there, boy, and I see them dark clouds coming in. Man, them dark clouds start rolling in. Yeah, they start rolling in, man. So I saw that. The Lord God has showed me all that. But anyway, this is not by my. If you can give out, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord God of hosts. I know it's a time that you're living in, but whether they give the 300 out or not, they already been done. Yeah, Lord God tell you do it. If not, Don't worry about it. Because you're supposed to be already certain, keeping all God's commandments and enter back in the mind's forever covenant. And what the law of God say it's gonna go well with you. Go read Deuteronomy chapter 28. I mean, all I can do is give it to you as the law of God. The law of God would have given you more, I would have given you more. But that's all there. I don't have to force. Now I can go and get 45 minutes out in it, 50, 2, 3 hours out of anything that the law of God has given me. But I'm giving to you as He has given it to me, and that's all He gave me. So this is not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts, and I'm Elijah. Until next time.